What If It's Cool is proudly brought to you by Respo Clothing. Feel like a champion by wearing the merch from all the stars, including Luke Resner, B Squared, Savannah Rowe, John Stop Action, Nova Nichols, The Cooters, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So feel like a champion by checking out Respo Clothing. They can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. The finals of the Alpha Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Tournament conclude at Alpha Pro Wrestling's All or Nothing, happening on Saturday, April 13th at the Pipework Market. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Before you see All or Nothing, make sure to check out Alpha Pro Wrestling's Energy 3, also happening at the Pipework Market. Entry fee is only $2. Make sure to check it out. MXW presents Game Over, happening on Saturday, April 27th at the Sunbury Memorial Hall. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. It's Reaction Wrestling Wednesdays, and I'm with my co-host as always, John L. Crossfire. Johnny boy, what's cracking?
What's up, my dude?
Now, I'm going to be fair and honest. It is a Monday night. It is 9:05. I am tired. I don't know if you can see the crow's feet under my eyes, but I am dead tired. So we're going to try and run through this as quick as possible so we can, have some fun, but also so I can go to sleep because I'm really tired. Housekeeping firstly, as always here on Reaction Wrestling Wednesdays. I'm not going to ask for the health update first. I want to find out firstly because you posted a very sneaky little post, you bastard. ECW, what's going on?
So we literally, I sat there with management, and I literally on the Friday night before ICW Insane Asylum, we went to the new, not the new venue, but the second venue for ECW. We're still keeping the other one in our back pockets for the future. But we went to the venue. We literally kind of got the measurements of, where exactly we'll put the ring and da-da-da-da. Literally the next morning, we did the seating chart, and we're like, do we make tickets live? And I was just like, fuck it, let's get this out there. And 10 a.m. Saturday morning, we got them out. Show number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Tickets are on sale. We've already sold, I think, about 8 tickets. So, hey, that's a start for, a day and a half.
All I'm going to say is, event 2, Electric Boogaloo. Whose original idea was that?
Wasn't mine, but the moment it was like, hey, should we call it this? I was like, yes. I was like, I think more places should.
If there's anything that could be any more bogan in Australian culture, it's 2 Electric Boogaloo. I don't give a flying what anyone says because they're going to go, oh, but that's just this thing from Breaking, it's American. I don't give a shit. Like, Aussies say Electric Boogaloo a lot more than anybody else, and I just think it's corny, it's cheesy, but it's funny.
I'm still mad that the DMDU didn't actually call their second show there, because all the way back then, he's like, yeah, it's show number 2, Electric Boogaloo. And everyone's like, why didn't you actually call it that? He's like, nah. And then when management said to me, and I was like, please. I'm like, I can make it work. Just give them, just tell me, who you want, color scheme. I can make this work with the poster. But
oh, no, but that it's a cool title. Can't wait to finally see the footage of the first show.
It should be coming soon later.
Who do we have to bust the balls of on this one? Is it Hand Productions, or is it who do we need to bust their balls on?
It's actually, they've only just, I think they said it publicly, but Jake Gibson, who's just started his own little side hustle. He's actually just signed up to Fiverr. I really need to get around to doing that for my posters. But anyway, he's just started a little side hustle called Suplex Studios. Now, he obviously wasn't the one that filmed it because he was wrestling on the show, but the person that we've had do our filming with our 2, I think there was 3 cameras, and actually I think he even got mobile phone footage from his partner or something. But yeah, he's editing it all together. He does all the Suplex stuff currently. The last, I don't know, 20 odd Suplex shows I think he's edited together and put on YouTube. So yeah, he's gonna edit that up for us, and should hopefully be on YouTube sooner or later, hopefully before the next show. But yeah, I have no idea. That's completely out of my control. I can
please let it be before the next show.
Let you know, but it was a really, really good show, and I hope that it's out sooner than later, because I just want to watch it back myself from a proper, because obviously I had one vantage point. I want to see it from all the different angles and yada yada.
I know, right? When you do, I found this recently because I
Alpha Pro Wrestling, they're releasing the Headstrong one by one by one. As of today, they released Billy Wyatt versus Aiden Miller. Um, I saw it from one angle because obviously, I'm commentating. Seeing it the way it was, multi angles. Oh man, to be a fan in that which just would have been sweet.
100%.
Um,
Because like everything that I'm a part of, like even there's obviously shows that I've missed, but even everything I'm a part of, I still try to watch back just because the camera is going to pick up stuff that obviously, and you know yourself, just now that you're doing play by play, from our vantage point, we can only see so much, and there might be even the smallest thing, but if we can pick that up and be like, hey, we can tell that story at the next show, and da da da, there's just little things here and there, and again, you experience it more as a fan with the
Yeah, no, but the funniest thing happened, and it's ironic because as we recording this tonight, the vlogcast from Glorious Purpose Energy just debuted on the What If It's Cool YouTube channel.
57 minutes ago, according to my mobile phone, but.
Yes, um, this is not a cheeky plug for the vlogcast, by the way.
No, it's just
It
that
just
I
it,
opened my phone so I could have the video we're reacting to in front of me.
yeah.
And literally the first thing was, what if it's cool? And I'm like, well, I know what I'm watching after I finish this.
It's because now obviously we know that John has one eye, I have one ear, and in total we are one complete human being.
We have about half a brain between the two of us.
mate, we're lucky if it's half a brain,
Uh,
quarter brain half the time, especially when we see the meme videos every 5 minutes. Um, uh, what was I? Oh yeah, and so there was a bit that's at the end of the why am I keep saying headstrong? Of the Glorious Purpose highlight package. I had absolutely no idea what Will was saying on the night. I just went with it. When Adrian Castle, because I believe it was Adrian Castle who took the video, and I haven't credited him on the video, so I do apologize, Adrian, if you're watching that. Yes, that was all yours. Um, he recorded it, and all it is Will Walker holding up the shoes, going into the mic, shoes up if you hate Billy, shoes up. I'm like, fucking gold. Like, let's forget that me and Will are mates. All right, the kid is that talented that
he's phenomenal. He's
if if
ridiculous.
I knew if I knew that's what he was saying on the night, I probably would have burst out laughing because like every time I watch it, and especially when I was editing the vodcast, I kept replaying that. I couldn't stop laughing because I'm just like, how does Will do that without breaking character and not, cacking himself doing it? Because like if that's me, I'm gonna be like I'll be giggling underneath my breath or something like that. I was smiling. He did it so it was a complete straight face and like, oh, bravo, kid, bravo. Now just for the last bit of housekeeping, how is the health? Obviously, I know what's going on. Do you want to give the update for the ladies and gentlemen there in internet lands?
So as we record this, I have just come back from Sydney. So the stitches, no more stitches came out, but it's not showing any signs of rejection anymore. Like the meds have worked so well because usually they'll look at this eye first, like my right eye,
Mm.
just so they can kind of compare it when they come over to the bad eye. She the lady I had, she went straight to the left eye, and she actually literally slid her chair back. It was like the scene in a movie. Mrs. Crossfire's just in the background, just pissing herself laughing in the room because she's like, this is the correct eye, yes? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God. And she like jumps out of a chair and she's like, it looks amazing. So like Mrs. Crossfire was like, yes, because it's good news. But at the same time, the way the doctor was just like, am I doing my job correctly? Like, have I got the right one? I'm like, no, it's the right one you're meant to be looking at. Like, not the right one, the left one. It's the left one is the right one. It's the correct one. And she was like, oh my God, like, but just her amazing was like something out of a movie scene. I'm like, well, and I'm like, what about the stitches? And she's like, no. She's like, we just keep going on and hoping that seeing as how it has worked so well, just stay on, the course until you come back. But I go back on the 15th of May, which is 4 days shy of 2 years since I had the surgery. And even then, they're
Mm.
like, we're probably still not going to take all of them out, but everything going well. If it keeps going how it is, the majority of the stitches will finally come out. So
And at least your eye's not going to explode. So,
yeah, like
is
the
that.
pressure had like it jacked up immensely to what it was, but it's still in like the right range. But it was like literally like 7 or 8 last time, and all of a sudden this appointment it was like 18 or 19. But they're like, as long as it's low 20s, it's fine, sort of thing.
Yeah.
They'd prefer it to be lower, but it's not when it gets to the 30s, which it originally was. That they're like, but no, it's I don't know. I think they said it could have been the meds as well, that because it was dilated so much, it was raising the pressure. But yeah,
Mm.
it's all good news. And all good news. Long story short.
Yes, no, that's really good. I'm sorry for people who are watching this and they caught me on camera. I've been smiling the entire time because the moment you said, the movie line, I was like, I'm thinking the John. And this is what I would call the John L. Crossfire movie. It'd be called The Case of the Exploding Eye, the John L. Crossfire story, starring Seth Rogen. Um,
Uh,
Johnny, what are we reacting to today?
we need to get into this because Disney
Yes.
clearly needs some steam. But we are reacting to the PCW Destiny ladder match from 2015, starring Cass Stone versus Wake versus Nate Cross versus Rocco versus Manny Gunner, with the winner earning a 12-month PCW contract.
Did you say Manny Gunner?
Manny Gunner.
Oh my God. I haven't heard that name in so long. Interesting tidbit about this as well. I was actually I think it was in the second or third row of this match. I believe this was held at the Hallam High School from memory, or it was in one of the high schools. And I remember this very vividly because of one bit. I'll point it out in the middle of the reaction because I actually still have the video, which I'll share with you later, John. Um, My God, I have such good memories of this match. But I also have a really bad memory of this one because I remember someone got hurt and literally I was terrified because I'm thinking, oh my God, did I just see someone's career end? They were fine, but it was scary at the time to see something. I'd never seen anything like that at that point in wrestling, watching stuff live. So yeah. But with that being said, let's get right into the action. Oh my God, look how young Cass was.
And I do believe that as I skimmed through this, I think, as I said to you, I think it is predominantly just from the hard cam, but
I'm pretty sure this is a hard cam. I vaguely remember watching this on DVD. Does Johnny Del Rocco ever fucking age? He looks exactly the same. And just look how small Cass is. And even with oh my God, now I've forgotten his name, not Luke Saber. Nate Cross, like again, doesn't age.
there's a couple of people in this that I'm not overly familiar with, so this is exciting for me.
Hmm. Well, I'll put it this way: Cass was just he was still a face, and like I said on my episode when I had him on, I never really liked him as a face. Loved him when he turned heel. Rocco at this point, I think from memory, he was either a commissioner or something like that. And Manny Gunner is it's a name I haven't heard in so long. Trying to look for myself in the crowd, but I can't.
Many others I've never actually heard Manny's name, so forgive me
I
if
don't know. I
I
don't know if he's
apologize.
even still wrestling from memory. Um, because I literally this is probably the last time I remember seeing him. There's Nate Cross now. Obviously we have to mute the music, but he comes out to in not in the end, One Step Closer by Linkin Park.
So Nate Cross. I've heard his name, but I've never seen any of his matches. So this is exciting for me.
He's another one where like he's absolutely amazing. I just don't like him as a face. Sorry, Nate, if you're watching it. I'd never liked his face
Honestly,
when he
like I
turned
get that.
heel.
Like fair enough. Like I was having a conversation backstage with Benny Whiplash at this past weekend's ICW event, and obviously predominantly for his career, he was always a babyface just because like he's a small guy and he was doing high flying and that.
Mm.
But he really wanted to start, like he wanted to look into doing character work, and they were really like, oh, I don't know if we should turn you heel. And then he's just knocked it out of the park, absolutely killed it. And he and I were laughing, and he's like, dude, he's like, I don't even know if I want to be a face again. And I was like, I was a heel, and then because I got injured, all of a sudden it was like, oh no, like we feel so sorry for you, and now I'm just a baby face, and I'm like, why?
Mm. No, but it's funny because this I think this is a few months just before Nate joined Touch of Class, and because Touch of Class reunited with Tricky, at least at the time Tricky D, he's now called Tricky, and Daniel Swagger. Rocco, he had his own security faction. I just can't remember for the life of me what it is. I think I'm pretty sure. Actually, well, I'm not going to reveal it, but something's going to happen later with them. In this, um, just keep a listen out for, because you'll hear a lot of chanting of chicken nuggets. I have no idea why. I never got the reference because I think I was late to the party when I started going to PCW more religiously at this point. But yeah, it's always funny because like they'll play the chicken dance and someone will knock him out and he goes the whole thing, and then they just call him chicken nuggets. It's funny because like another funny one from the same time period was Gabriel Wolf. I don't know if you know Gabby.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen him,
Do you
seen him
remember
live actually against Chavo Guerrero.
do you know the funny chant that used to come they used to call him as well?
No.
This is, and again, only in
He just
Australia.
chanted Gabe is a wanker because it was sick.
No, mate,
That's
no, no, no. This
I
is
don't know
even worse.
anything personally about
Even
him.
worse than that. And only in Australia would you ever hear this. Girly nipples. So I'll never forget this because he used to put band-aids on top of his chest. And it's the most stupidest thing ever. Like I don't know why they called it, but every now and again I'll see him and I'm just like, dude, I wish people would chant that again because it was the most funny ever.
So I've only had the pleasure of seeing him live once, but I've seen a nice little chunk of his stuff on YouTube and socials and stuff. Very big fan of Gabby.
Gabby's great. Like the only criticism I have is I don't like this new face paint he does on the side of his face in his as his character. Other than that though, heavily underrated worker. One of the best sellers we've got in Australia, if not in professional wrestling, and just a great mind. I've heard like so many people who I talked to and met in the industry just tell me how an amazing mind he has, and I hope one day I can work with him because I think he's absolutely amazing.
He can work a crowd without doing anything. It's just he's just got this gift, I guess.
He's like James Marshall, where all you have to do is just pull a face. But in
Pull
James
a
Marshall's
face or
case,
just stand there, or movies like body in this tiniest little bit, and it's just the body language of.
Marshall just has to smile, and everyone's just gone. Always you're like, oh yeah, we can hate you.
I'd
Speaking
be
of James
smiling if
Marshall,
we
make
had
sure to use the
the hashtag.
hashtag James Marshall OnlyFans. Let's make it happen. Here's one other thing that I've always noticed about Wake. So I'm pretty sure he this is when he started wearing it. So there's a once he removes his coat, he has this t-shirt, right? Like it's not a t-shirt, it's a long sleeve shirt. And I swear to God, if I ever get him on the show, once he retires, because I know at the moment he won't get out of character. Um, he uh he wore this exact shirt for maybe 2, 3 years, and every time there was a rip or anything, he got duct tape and just put it over it. So just like it was another like wrap over wrap over wrap. And like I remember at one point I was just like, how many fucking wraps are on that t-shirt, on that long shirt now, man? Like seriously, just get a new shirt. Even on his pants as well, from memory, he did that too. Oh, this is bringing back so many good memories of this place. But I can't see myself. Oh, yeah. And Cast Stone is coming out to one of my all-time favorite songs, Boom by POD.
I was literally listening to that this morning. You're not.
Uh and he was called the Muzzy here as well. I think I did talk to him about this on the episode, but I always just I was like, why the muzzy? Like I don't get it. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or whatever. It just I don't get it.
I genuinely can't even remember if I've listened to that one because I'm like, there was so many of yours by the time that I met you that like I've just gone back and I've listened to so many. I'm like,
It wouldn't surprise me if you haven't heard this one because it was like so far
yeah, well,
back before I met you.
started going back like and just went like chronologically, and that's how I went back and saw the original one with Conflict Axiom where the whole James Marshall started, and I was like, I knew it was coming. Just
Mm.
when I was like literally cooking dinner while I was listening to it. And I was just like laugh crying over a frying pan. I'm like, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, he still blames me for all that stuff. But when the episode finally comes out, which I'm hoping comes out on Sunday, um, yeah, we get a lot into that story. All right, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah, here you go. That chicken nuggets there, right there. Yeah, that is the the long sleeve shirt that Wake was wearing for the majority of his career for a few years. Oh yeah, I forgot he had face paint on this match.
I love that they all just get out of the ring and they're like, okay, you do your thing. Is that a form of the haka that he's doing? I don't want to like mislabel that and get in trouble.
I believe it's a formation of the haka. For the life of me, can't remember. I did talk to him about this off camera, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it properly.
I just want to say thank you to Cass Stone because I did a graphic for PW Down Under for their, I think it was their top 20 men of 2022. So 2024 now. He was one of very few people that actually went, oh, here, man, here's a photo.
Oh, he's an absolute sweetheart.
Everyone else had to go.
Like I said in the episode, I just reckon shoes are not that cool.
We're gonna need a bigger ladder.
Just trying to see if I can find myself. I remember where I am now. I'm on the top right. At the bottom right. I'm in the second or third row from that. I remember exactly where I was now. But I
I'm
just
digging
can't see
the
myself.
look of like this venue though. Did you know that's a school?
So this is a it's like a mini auditorium like for little plays in Hallam. This is actually, it's ironically, this is my cousin's school, and I told her there was wrestling in there, and she didn't believe me until I showed the video that I still have on my phone. She goes, "What? Why would they put a wrestling in the school?" I'm just like, because it's awesome.
You see, because like there's always the jokes of like, ah, such and such is just wrestling in high school gyms, but a lot of them like, so obviously like I'm from Goulburn. I went to Goulburn High School. There's no secret about that. It's like a combination. So like the floor had like the gym, like the basketball lines and stuff painted on it. With the stage and everything, I'm like, I've been trying to convince someone to put a wrestling show on there for ages because it's got stage, the lighting. At one point, there was actually a painting that one of the oh,
Oh,
Jesus, someone did a
oh,
painting of the Rock and put it on and it was like literally displayed in like the hall. Like it's right there, man. We need to do this.
mm.
A little poetry in motion almost there. Kind of up his knee himself on the ladder. Don't know how smart that was.
Oh, yeah, that this was it. So, if you haven't noticed, Rocco got a
Yeah,
massive
fuck.
cut on the head. Um,
We're about 4 minutes into the match, if that. I don't
Not
know.
even that. So this is one of two injuries that I remember. There's another one that's going to come out. Oh, actually, hang on, is this it? No, this is not it. So I didn't know. There was another bit that happens from memory. I gotta admit, I do miss going to high school for wrestling matches. These are always fun.
Oh, I've had the pleasure of wrestling in a couple of different high schools, and like, yeah, it's like okay, one of them's a high school gym, what is, but like there are ones like this where they've got like the full auditorium. It's awesome, like a mini ballroom.
Hmm. Oh, oh, make a wish.
Oh, he just ate.
I've always said, I don't know if they ever did, but I always said that Cass Stone and Nate Cross would make a great tag team. Like they have amazing chemistry with each other, and I think if they worked on the same team, that would have been great. So tell me in the comments, did they ever did they ever tag together? Because I don't think they ever did. I think they should have though.
It's always the best way to go about it on YouTube because it's like, look, someone's gonna come and correct you anyway. So,
Oh, they haven't corrected me yet for a couple of things.
uh,
All right, so the guy who's just walked in, that's Luke Saber, who is part of the security team for Rocco. I think that's Luke. Hang on. Yeah, that's Luke.
down in the corner there. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't even know who you're talking about, but yeah, he was kind of blending in because
Yeah, there were three in the security team. I just don't remember who the other two were. Oh wait, no, that's not Luke. That's the other guy. But yeah, he's part of the security team. Because like you got, it's really hard to see on the camera, but Rocco is bleeding a lot. Like I
the
was
fact that he's like
terrified
still up and trying to, Jesus, climb the ladder, and like, good on him.
because he's like give him credit where he's due. He is fucking tough. You know, tougher than nails.
Like I don't like the old adage, it's like, you just gotta pull through and you gotta keep going, but man, like trying to like keep your balance just while standing, let alone climbing something.
Now, but see how they're
Ooh,
looking after
beautiful.
him right now.
Yes.
They're cleaning up the wound. They're making sure that he was safe because it was very good. Like I said, he was bleeding a lot. From where I was more. I stopped watching the match. I was watching him because I was more terrified for him. Oh,
Ooh, Jesus Christ, he said again.
oh no, Wake just really just sells it so well. You know, when he never does stuff, I'm like, he's overselling, dude. Like, you don't have to do that well, but it's good to watch you do it. Oh,
What's that on your face? It was pain.
pain. Yeah, so and then now Tricky's gonna come in. I think he's gonna put some water or something on it on his head.
Any spear there by Wake.
Wake's another unsung hero of PCW. Like I wish he'd go to a lot of places because the guy is so great. He has a
Like,
great tag team with Sid Parker as well. The you know.
beautiful.
But hang on, speaking of which though, he was on Sid Parker's podcast as well.
Yes.
That was interesting. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out because it's a great episode. Um,
I
man.
haven't seen the full thing, but I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Hmm. Well, him and Erica have got really great chemistry when they're on the camera screen together. So I thought it was the most interesting I've seen in quite some time.
I love Sid and Erica. They're both lovely people.
Hmm.
Granted,
Oh,
beautiful to see. Granted, I've only ever met them like as a fan, but they've always been nothing but nice to me when I've spoke to them.
Hmm. I've always had good interactions with them.
I recently just made a graphic of Sid just for fun, just because I liked the photo that much.
Oh,
X Factor.
oh man,
Busted his own poo-poo valve in the process.
he just goes way too hard sometimes, you know. But that's why we love Wake. He's just a insane. He's an insane demon. I like to call him.
Yeah, I had a lot of the grizzled vets complain to me about my overselling, but Wake is going like way past what I ever did. But I'm like, I'm loving it.
Mate, I always remember when he accidentally slipped and landed on the back of his head onto the
Beautiful.
ground.
I'm just like, you can't like you. It's one of those things, and like so many people have said it, but it's like obviously take the wrestling side of things seriously, but you can't take yourself seriously. And clearly, judging by this, he doesn't, and I love it.
No, I will say this. One of the best. I don't like saying this word, but one of the best gimmicks we have in Australia is Wake. Like he's fantastic.
Piece to the ribs, unfortunately, but
Because literally his words are literally and then like broken English half the times. I think he's great.
right on cue. Oh, nice.
Spiked DDT from Nate.
Beautiful spike by Nate. And Ash just kind of played dead off it. Good.
What's Wake going on?
My God,
He's
it's
going
going
to the top.
that ladder. Oh, Jesus.
The Wake Ton Bomb!
Beautiful.
How awesome is that?
The hang time and distance on that. And the fact
Look at the commentary team. They're so shocked.
and the fact that he was literally like, I know that's not like a super tall ladder, but those things are rickety even on flat surfaces, let alone being in a ring.
To
So
get
the fact
that he landed that was great.
The fact that he was literally on the actual top, had perfect balance, and then just bang.
Like the guy is phenomenal for his ability to bounce on anything, dude.
That's what they used to call that cat-like agility.
Oh, this is one thing. Look at Cass. It's gonna break.
Oh. And see, because I'm a blind bastard, there's two different people wearing yellow tights, and I'm getting confused as to who's who.
Oh, Rocco's the one that's outside the ring. Cass is the one that's inside the ring.
Because Rocco has longer hair, but like when they're just down like that, I'm like, all I see is the yellow.
Best way to tell for the time being, one has a beard, one doesn't have a beard.
Excellent. So that's look at that.
And I think it's coming up. The other bit that got me really scared in this match.
Yeah,
And I'll explain why, and I'll show the footage later when we finish this reaction video.
Who needs fingers? Oh God, what's Nate gonna do? Oh,
whoa!
Cut off by Cass.
So, what do you think of this action so far, Johnny?
Honestly, I'm quite enjoying it. Like, I wasn't sure how it would go because, like, a lot of the time, like, people just go, "Hey, here's the hard cam," and there's no comms. It's like, oh, that's more for studying than watching. But the way they've got the venue set up here, it's like even when they're outside, you're not missing anything.
No, definitely not. Well, the theater is actually quite small, mind you.
But see, as I've said many times, like I love watching the TV and it's the bright lights and the stadiums, but this is the stuff that, especially if I was there in person, like as a fan, these are the ones that I love. Oh, Tower of Doom. Cass just got folded and Nate Nitro, I think, copped the worst of it. Oh my God.
No. Nate Cross, not Nate Nitro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nate Cross.
The boss of NOS will hurt you for that if he hears this.
I mean, really, he should thank me for thinking of him, but Nate Cross, my bad. Slip of the tongue there with the ADHD, but Manny's just getting ragdolled by everyone. Oh god, what's Rocco gonna do here to Wake?
Pile driver from memory? Oh no,
Oh,
might be a power bomb. Oh,
oh, beautiful. Oh, Wake counted out, but I think he did more damage to himself by landing on his head.
oh,
The old chair shot.
oh. Man, I still can't believe this is like almost 10 years ago. Like I can remember this like it was yesterday.
Well, because I sent you a couple, but nearly all of them were like for 2022 or 2021. I think one of them was even last year. And I was like, hang on, let me find an older one.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
well, I want to showcase and for those who are wondering, I want to showcase older stuff as well because like we do a lot of new stuff, but there's a lot of vintage gold out there that's just have yet to a lot of people to
Unfortunately,
discover.
there's a lot of it that's not even like available on socials, and it's just sitting there. Like,
Yeah, let's not get into that because yeah, it's a sad thing to talk about when people don't release the footage. God damn it. This is also one thing I love about Wake is when he does that hill turn. Oh, here we go, here we go. So this is the one I was telling you about where I'm a little bit more cautious because I'm like, oh my god, something else is going to happen. So this is the security team that Rocco was in that Rocco was the leader. So the guy, the blonde dude who's just getting out of the ring now, that's Luke Saber. Absolutely
I
amazing
heard that
talent.
name thrown around a few times over the years. So
Oh,
again,
he's fantastic, man. Like if you haven't
another
seen his stuff,
table.
go check him out. Yep, and this is what's going to happen.
Ragdoll almost in the lap of
Hmm.
Rocco.
All right, here we go. It's about to happen now. So mind you, the bleeding has stopped for at least for the time being for Rocco, and then this is what is going to happen to Wake.
Oh, they're gonna give him like a shield bomb, but it's gonna
Watch
be
his neck. Watch his neck. Bang.
oh, he just hit
Now.
the buckle.
No. So the footage that I have, right, which will play after this that I've got, I seriously thought Wake broke his neck because the way he landed at the end, because it was pretty bad. I was terrified.
Buckle on the way through. That's close.
But see, when he started moving, I was like, okay, he's fine. You know, but I was so scared. I was like, oh my god.
Nate Cross cuts Rocco off. There's like a lot of action that just happened, and I kind of missed it because I was trying to watch Wake on the floor. But
Here we go.
Oh, Cass and Cross.
Oh yeah. This bit too.
Okay, Rocco's going through the table. Oh, he landed that perfectly. Can't control gravity, unfortunately, good sir.
When it's man versus gravity in the table, the only thing that wins is the gravity because the table breaks and so do you.
No, I am the table edge. Jesus.
Oh, knee to the face.
Oh, he just sabooed him.
I'm trying to remember who won this match now. I can't remember.
Manny Gunner is gunning for the victory right now.
Was it Manny that won? Must have been. Just get up there, son. Come on. Uh-oh.
Taking his time, but here comes
Oh,
Wake.
oh my god!
Just headbutt the ladder on that.
He headbutted the ladder! Oh, God. That is insane.
My lord.
Oh, man. This brought back a lot of good memories.
Right, but he full like spear tackled the ladder pretty much. It just oh, that's a concussion.
That's Wake for you, man. Like, the guy's insane. He's he's a bit of a freak, but that's what you love about him. Like right now, he's just stuffed that contract in his mouth. They're now gonna be covered in drool and all that stuff. He's got to sign it later. Like, oh, love you, Wake. Love you. You are absolute dead set legend, man. But like, look at the card as well. Like Rocco hadn't moved yet. You know, oh,
The obvious dedication to his craft that Wake does is
he's an unsung hero. He's an unsung hero in Australian wrestling, hands down. There's just like just looking at this and seeing this again, from these angles after, I think it's 6 or 7 years since the last time I saw this match. Oh, amazing, amazing. And like if you guys want to check out PCW, definitely check it out because the Destiny event when they do it, I believe it's in October, I think. These Destiny ladder matches are always a must see. The following year is really good as well. I think that's the one where it was Nate, Cass, Ryan Rapid, um, I'm trying to remember his name, Andy Walker, uh, Luke Saber. I'm trying to remember the fifth one. There was one other person. Hang on. No, can't remember who the other person was. But that was another stellar match, and it's topped with Cass being stuck in the middle of the ring with the other four around him, and he's like an I'm done. The rest of them just go and do the dab. He runs off, and then all of a sudden he gets spear tackled into the bloody stage by Nate Cross. Terrific.
I have to try and go to the one of these days for my birthday, seeing as how you said that they take place in October.
Hang on a second now. I'm gonna try and find this video. I'm gonna post it on our Instagram so we can bring it up on the screen. One sec. Well, here's the video. Now, like I said, watch his neck as he's doing this, because yeah, it's pretty violent. I don't know if anyone remembers me posting this, but I was terrified.
The table hit him like on the way back through too.
Even just watching it again, oh my God. I don't know how we lived after that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, insane in the membrane. Wake. What can I say? Love him.
And like the fact that like he got up and like obviously like whatever booking and yada yada yada. He could have just laid there and said, "Get someone else can take this contract down," but he's like, "No," pulled
Nah.
himself back up. Crazy bastard.
Nah, man, I can't stress enough how much of a fan I am of this kid. Absolutely amazing. Now, guys, if you love that kind of action, make sure to check out PCW's network. It is available for $9.95 per month. Link is in description. They have hours upon hours of amazing talent. If you're going to be watching stuff from like 2010 to 2018, have a look in the crowd because you might see a familiar fat guy with dreadlocks or in my case braids, from 2010 to 2012, and then after that you just see a much fatter version of me. From that time period in the crowd. Because I think it was 2010's Carnage. I know for a fact you can see me in the crowd there because they did a spot where they were wrestling in the crowd, and I know that you did see me in that one because I still have the DVD of that. That was so fun. Um, But yeah, there's got a lot of content. They have original content on as well. My show recommendation on that one, and I've said this multiple times on people who have been from PCW who've been on One of It's Cool. Make sure to check out that wrestling show. The wrestling show. It's like a footy show. Well, it's basically the footy show, but in wrestling format. And I wish they keep doing it. I don't think they've done anything since lockdown when it comes to that show. But I'd love that was like my highlight of being in lockdown was actually watching those episodes. So good, so funny. The guests they have on there is absolutely phenomenal. Check out the bits where Ryan Rapid loses it. And just yeah, I chef's kiss for that. Now, that is the end of this week's episode of Reaction Wrestling Wednesdays. I am tired. I need to go to sleep
I can't hear you all of a sudden for some reason.
because you probably unplugged your headphones again. So I'm going to take while John is fixing himself up there, I'm going to take this time out to talk about our sponsor here on What If It's Cool, Respo Clothing. Respo Clothing, where you can get all the merch from all the stars and feel like a champion. Make sure to check out Respo Clothing on Facebook, on Instagram at Respo Clothing, and make sure to also ask for the What If It's Cool merchandise because firstly,
Awesome.
thank you for interrupting my plug. Anyway, if you want to get What If It's Cool merch, make sure to hit up Wrestle Clothing. I have given him my logo finally, and they will be available as soon as some people would like them. That's for sure. Where can we find Corner Conversation?
Well, at CIC Pod on Facebook and YouTube, at Courting Conversation, one word on Instagram. Go to my main Instagram, sensational_LJ. The podcast and my graphics page are linked in the bio. And yeah, if you want, just go to my link tree. It has pro wrestling tees, the GoFundMe, Amazon wishlist, all the socials, yada yada yada. Buy my merch, buy ECW tickets. This is my official commentary shirt.
Nice.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, as I've been saying in all these vlogs lately.
But by the way, I can't believe we plugged my vlog and we haven't plugged yours. Since we did the last episode, there've been 2 vlogs that have been released, so make sure to check
Yeah, I
them out.
dropped 2 within the space of
2 days.
3 days. So
Mm.
yeah, I literally dropped the one on the way back from the medical trip / the trip to the museum the Thursday night we got back, and then literally I got home, I did my washing, I repacked my bag. Mrs. Crossfire stayed here because she said, "Fuck that, I'm sick of traveling," because we've done 3 Sydney trips in the last month, and I was like, fair enough. And then yeah, off I went to Canberra, and I did a half-assed attempt at a vlog, but still managed to get 15 minutes out of it. So
Nice. Well, definitely check that out. I know I'm going to check it out after watching this. And with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and enable those notifications to stay up to date whenever I post anything. If you can't wait for the next video, make sure to check out Quarter Conversation and What If It's Cool, which are both available wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
thanks.
And make sure to buy John's merch.
Yeah, I can't really do that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm wearing an ECW shirt currently. But yeah, come to an ECW show, buy some ECW merch.
Yeah.